little, but very big at the same time. I admire you, Ed, because you represent what Rotary needs. We need people with youth in heart. Are you a youth in heart? I admire you. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Glenda. Hola, amigos. Gracias por estar aquí. Thanks so much for being here. I know that there are so many interesting topics out there, and thanks for dedicating time to the young people, because in the young peoples and young at heart peoples, there is the future of the world. So I know that you are committed with the change, with the transformation, with the big projects, and thanks for being here and believing in us. Today I am going to speak about gender empowerment and also a very exciting conversation, that is the menstrual equality conversation. My name is Charlie Ruth. I come from Colombia, from the District 4281. He's Ed. And I'm Charlie. And I am very proud to say that I am Rotarian. I started this journey 5 years ago, and with my fellows and family, we created the first e-club in Colombia. It's the Rotary e-club Sogamoso Global. And also, I am very proud to say that I am the director of the Women with Rights Foundation, that in Spanish means mujeresconderechos.org. I also am very proud about belonging the board of directors from a very famous organization in the United States and around the world, that is Our Bodies, Ourselves. And finally, as my last hat, I am a fellow at the Berkman Center at Harvard University. 3 years ago, a big problem knocked my door. And this problem names gender violence. And instead of feeling me guilty or feeling myself as a victim, I took the decision of taking this as an opportunity to creating a solution. And my solution started, like my friend Simone said yesterday, with the most important step. If you see a problem, embrace it. If you see a challenge, embrace it. Because we're born in a society and in a culture where we have to escape from challenges, where challenges are not so good, where challenges are something damaging. But today, my friends, I'm going to tell you the opposite. When you see a challenge, please embrace it, adopt it as a son, as a daughter, as a wonderful thing, because behind every challenge, there is a huge opportunity. Behind the huge challenge of gender violence and poverty, there are millions of opportunities. And let me tell you something, this is a huge challenge. In my region, there are more than 105 million of girls and women needing support to escape from these gender violence and poverty challenges. And you can do something today. So this was my solution. My solution was believing that every girl and every woman in Latin America and the Caribbean deserves a second chance to believe in her inner power. And this is why I created Mujeres con Derechos, the Women with Rights Foundation. And at the beginning, I was researching and writing and speaking only about violence. But then I understood that if I only speak about violence, I extreme violence. So I decided to go in the opposite corner and talk about power. Because we all born powerful, and girls and women need to understand from early ages that they are also powerful. And this is why I decided to create a team. And you know who raised the hand first? My Rotarian fellows, and my family, and my father, and my brother, and my grandfather when he used to live. They said, yes, you are right. Women are so powerful because they deliver life, they deliver organization, they deliver love in our societies. And this is why I'm very proud to show you the picture of my team. This is a diverse team. If you are lacking of diversity in your clubs, please bring crazy, wonderful, happy people around in your communities and ask them to make a team with you. This is what I did. And here you can see lawyers, doctors, entrepreneurs, media people. Please bring more diversity to your teams in work, in home, in community, and also in Rotary clubs. And our purpose behind creating Mujeres con Derechos was this. Let's to bring the most powerful women and men in Latin America to create the resources that will empower the girls and the women that need it the most. We're talking that we are joining the presidents and the vice presidents of Latin American countries, like you can see in the bottom. The lady in pink is the first vice president of Colombia. In our long history, there was only one woman as a vice president. Imagine this. But also, I have been able of joining entrepreneurs, artists, engineers, scientists, innovators from all the classes in 3 countries, Colombia, Mexico, and Brazil. And you know, it's not enough bringing it to the table people that already know what is power and what power is for it. The most necessary in our communities is extending the message that we all are powerful. So imagine where I had to discover tremendous, powerful people. In prisons. Yes, in prisons. In prisons, there are powerful people. And in prisons, there are powerful women. And these women have been my teachers of resilience, of love, of the most wonderful life lessons, on what not to do, and why our communities are full of violence and are full of poverty. You know, I decided to go to a problematic space to understand better solutions. And I started to work with my team in the middle security penitentiary in my home city. There are almost 200 women, and these women belong to the lowest social class, and they know they are teachers on why poverty and violence exist in our countries. Thanks to them, and if you see this picture in our first moment, in our first day, you're going to read by their body language like, you know, young lady, don't touch me. Don't tell me anything. I am very close to your ideas. I don't need your ideas. And this is how a Latin American prison looks like. This is not Orange is the New Black, fancy Nancy. No, my friends. This is the cruel reality in Latin America, where human rights violations happens every day and affects every person in a prison. And let me show you, little by little, we gain the trust of these women. And you know what was my contribution? For 3 years, I was at the Harvard University, very comfortable, and I invented a 7 steps methodology. But you know, my methodology only had sense when I used it with these women, when I was able to transform the academic language into the day-by-day language. Because these women only have been in elementary schools. And my challenge was making available and understandable this methodology to them, my new teachers. And you see, in only 9 months, these women were able to transform themselves. And we started from the psycho-emotional support. After that, we trained them to use sewing machines. And after that, we challenged them to create their own startups. And I am very proud to say that they have created 2 brands. One of them is Wings of Freedom, and they have created very basic, but very well done cosmetic lines from herbals. And the second is Libertad, and they are creating jewels like this from wasted materials. Imagine how powerful is the imagination of any human being in places like this. And we have not been alone. Rotary has been in the first line, out front, supporting. It's thanks to Rotarians in my district, and it's thanks to the Rotarians in my e-club that we have been problem solvers and providers of new solutions for these women. But also, you know guys, Rotary has a huge credibility. When you start a conversation like, I am a proud Rotarian, people in embassies, in big brands like Swarovski, and in important universities open the door. So please use that hat. Please talk about Rotary, because people need to learn more about Rotary and about the amazing impact that Rotarians are creating. And last year, I had the amazing fortune of being selected as the Latin American representative of Young Innovators. And I met this wonderful gentleman, and Ed Buda, and Peter Kyle, and President Barry Racing. And you know what Barry said to us? Young people, the problem is not that you are dreaming. The problem is that you are not dreaming bigger. And I know that there is a young person inside your hearts, and I will transfer the same message from Barry Racing. Please dream bigger, because you are the doers, and only a big dreamer and a doer is able to change the world. And look, finally, thanks to these amazing women in prisons, I discovered a deeper and very important problem. The name is menstrual inequality. It means that millions of girls and women in the world don't have access to menstrual products. Ladies in the room, but especially gentlemen in the room, try to imagine yourselves in the 4th day of your menstrual cycle, where hormones are crazy, and you have to wear a blanket for covering all the ink, all the bleed. Imagine yourselves without a menstrual pad or a tampon. Imagine yourselves feeling frustrated and sad and embarrassed because there is a huge ink of blue in your skirt or in your pants. This is frustrating. This attacks human dignity. And thanks to these women, I understood that we need to be bold. There are many options of menstrual products, but you know, if we only depend on the corrupted decisions by the prisons directors, we are not going to change this problem in prisons in Latin America. So this is why I wonder how we can solve the menstrual inequality in places like prisons, shelters, refugee camps, and orphanages, where girls and women don't have access to menstrual pads or tampons. Well, my friends, researching, I arrived to the right solution. And I have used it. And I can state that this is a wonder. The name is Menstrual Cup. And it's not exactly new. This has more than 40 years of being created. And you will wonder why I never have heard about this. Men and women in the room. Because Tampax and all the brands from menstrual products are not interested informating that you're only going to need 2 or 3 of these wonder products in your reproductive life, because brands are interested that we consume the products every month, you know? So, why this is the best of the best? Because it's made on medical grade silicone. It's sanitary. It's good for the planet. Imagine that every woman in the world is going to waste around 200 kilos of plastic coming from menstrual products. 200 kilos! This is too much. And Luda is going to explain where this plastic is going to stop. Rivers and seas. It's very, very, very cheap. It only costs $20. It's reusable, and this lasts between 10 and 15 years. Imagine how transformative could be this for women like the women in prisons, girls in orphanages, women in refugee camps. So, we need you. And I'm going to be stand out there at the end of this conversation, and I want ambassadors of the good. I want Rotarians that would like to bring these to the communities, because we have the goal of delivering 10,000 cups by May 2020 around the world. And this is healthy for women's reproductive system. This helps us to save a lot of money, and this is the smartest decision for the planet. What we need? Money, of course. My Rotarian fellows, if you want to create impact, don't worry about money. Please worry about the intention and the impact of your project. Then you are going to find the angels, investors, the sponsors out there, and I'm very sure that we are going to reach this goal. But the most important, we need divulgators, we need ambassadors, we need women that will speak loud about this, and will teach other girls and women how to use the menstrual cup. And I know that together we can create a global event on May 28 on 2020. So Rotary, we can do it. Thank you so much.
I don't know about any of you, but that is certainly